What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Undiagnosed Baddie. That is my daily 10-minute podcast where I just talk about whatever I want to talk about for 10 minutes. I just want to move my mic up real quick and make sure that y'all are able to hear everything. It was brought to my attention that some of the volume goes up and down on my videos, and I don't know why. It's recorded on the same device every day so far. And basically with the mics, y'all could tell when I don't have mics on, and I don't know why it does that. So if anybody over at YouTube happens to come across my stuff, or anybody that's technical happens to come across my stuff and let me know what I'm doing, or if it's YouTube itself, and if it's something that I can fix, I'll fix it. But I don't know how to fix that if I'm using the same device and the same mics for the most part. All right, so now that we got, what do they call it? Now that we got that business out the way, we can go on to the fun part. So I will say that the documentary it's called Something for the People, which is about the Mochella movement and Long Live Go-Go. I think that it was a great document. It was good to be outside and support people. And again, it was, just brought to my attention by being in the room. Nobody has to say anything. I have eyes that people reserve tickets and don't show up. And that's crazy to me. And granted, it was free, but the production, the thought, the effort put into what people do. Like if they say, oh, this band for free, it'd be packed out. I was surprised that a lot of the people that were in the credits weren't there. People do have lives. People have jobs and stuff like that. But when someone makes a movie documenting protests about the culture in your area, I just think that people should be there. That's just my opinion. People should be there. They should be outside meeting and greeting. When you're public facing, you have to be ready to be walked up on. Not saying that that's okay in certain settings. Don't walk up on people if they have their kids with them. Do not walk up on people when they have their kids with them. But when it's a social setting like that, right? You always have to. That's the thing I don't like about the internet. You always have to interject for the, what do they call it? The bean soup theorists. It's wild. Okay, so when I'm outside and people walk up and they want to talk to me, I have to be ready to be talked to. Not my phone be like, you on 20%. Okay, I have to be approachable in public because I am putting myself online all day, damn near every day, because the vlog is coming. The vlog is coming. And when people see me, they want to say hi. And that is the purpose of doing this, being recognized, being in the community. What do you need me to do? What do you need for me to say to my platform, to my people? I'm not necessarily a community activist in that way, but I support my people, right? So if I really like somebody and they're having a drive, I'm going to announce it. Toy drive, coat drive, what is it called? Canned food drive. We're announcing it. We're supporting. My people are supporting. And that's how I support others. And so what I want to do, what I need from my people is to make sure you're liking my content. People are telling me, oh, I watch your series, but there's no likes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What I do want to say to the people in the area that watch my stuff, if you know of any opportunities for grants for me, I'm in Maryland. My LLC, EIN, all that good stuff is in Maryland. But if you know of any opportunities for me to host, this is me just put myself out there right now because I was recognized a few times yesterday, which I don't want, it felt good. Those are the words I'm looking for. It felt good. So people are seeing me. Me being consistent is working. Me posting to the different platforms is working. So not whatever, I'm not going to accept every proposal. But if you see grants, if you see hosting opportunities, if you see speaking opportunities, this is me saying, yeah, be like, I know this joint, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, or know of, and if you need to holler at me and be like, Bella, we need to sit down. We need to have lunch. Lunch on you. Because we already know I ain't got no job. Right? Lunch on you. It's just like, let me know what opportunities you have for me. I think it's MadeCon, DMVCon. I don't know her name for sure, but she's from the city. She advocates for the city. She got the DMV conference coming up. I want to be on her panel. I want to be her host or panelist or something. Like, I want to do that. So I need to reach out to her and see what she got going on with that. And I also there's a few other things that's going on that I've applied that I have applied to, waiting on response to. The one I wanted though, I didn't get that award, and that was for Miss Viral. And when I go and look at other people's pages, their numbers are not looking like mine. Now their pages aren't even giving. Because I was like, well, maybe because my content isn't necessarily marketing content. No, their page wasn't giving marketing content either. Their page was giving personal. And so with that, I move forward and do the things that I need to do for me and for my people that were nominated and also didn't win. And it's just as simple as that. So I think today's episode is really about making the table, making the chairs, and building amongst your peers until we can. And sometimes it's hard, but what I absolutely, I think a lot of the times, let's pause, let's pin that. A lot of the times people don't like me or don't want to necessarily work with me because I stand 10 toes down about certain things. You're going to be a good father. You're going to be a good dad. You are absolutely going to be nonviolent. You're going to be non-predatory. Right? So while there's way more, we are going to work on those things. And even when I say be a good father, I mean be a good mother. Be a good parent. Be a good adult to the children. You can't say you for the people and you a pedophile. You can't say you for the people and you don't take care of your kids. And that first one, I didn't necessarily just mean to single out the fathers. I really want to say all the parents, because I know for a fact there's some mothers out here that are not taking care of their kids the way they should be taken care of. And I'm not talking about don't have custody, because it's absolutely okay for fathers to have full custody. Hello. All right. I wish more women did it. I wish more men did it. But it's really about building the table of people with basic morals, right? We don't do the thievery. We've talked about that before. We don't steal. If you steal, and I'm talking, remember we already talked big box, big Walmart, Target, but from the people, absolutely not. When I say nonviolent, we're not harming people for no reason. If someone harms someone because of a child, that's totally different. But we're not harming just to harm, right? So there's certain people that I don't want to work with. There's certain people that I say these things over and over and over. My stance hasn't changed. I wasn't on the PA Palace boards. I wasn't on the other boards. I was in AOL chat rooms because I'm that old. But as far as the area, if we talk in the area, I wasn't on those boards, but I've been on Twitter since the beginning. Oh, literally like December 2009. I've had so many pages taken away because I stand 10 toes down about what it is, and my page has been reported so many times. Now, kind of thankful, because we used to say some wild things on there, but I always stood and I never flexed, wavered on right and wrong. My shit is in black and white, and I say that all the time. You know, other things we talk about flexibility, but being a good person, that's who I'm trying to fill my seats up with. That's whose seat I'm trying to sit at, right? Everybody's table looks different, and we got to start filling our seats up with each other. And I'm ready to sit at some of y'all tables, and some of y'all need to be ready to sit at my table. And I know I do mine a little bit different, but I'm ready to be on TV, y'all. I'm ready to have a station. I'm ready to do this PR stuff. I'm ready to put us on a map, and I'm working on it. And it's coming sooner than later, and I can't talk about it because the pipeline of this, to this, to that. And when you have ideas, the people with the money take your ideas, and it just be like, oh my gosh, let me get this rolling. And hit me if you want to work with me. That's it.